really pleased with that win. That team is very difficult to guard. They just run their offense so well. And I thought our guys came out in the second half and made adjustments that they needed to make. Real proud of how we started the second half. Randy gave us, obviously, a huge lift, coming out and knocking down those 2 threes to start the second half. I thought we got quality minutes out of Bohannon, quality minutes out of Claude Britton. We're getting a little better at that 5 spot, which has been a hole for us. And the last 4 or 5 games, those guys are getting better. I think our defense is getting better. But it was tested as much as it's been tested all year. It's the most difficult team we've had to defend this season. Pleased with the fact that we were able to make more free throws than they attempted. We didn't convert a lot of our free throw attempts tonight, but I believe that those will go down, with continued work on them. I thought that Ike gave us some great minutes when Julyan went out with his 4th foul there, early in that second half, and we were able to play through that. But our team's growing a little bit, and we need to have another great crowd in here on Monday night because this is a game that we've been talking about since October 14th. We knew we'd be ready to play against Texas Tech and have great concerns in playing against a very fine Stephen F. Austin team here on Monday night. Any questions?
Double-double for Julyan Stone, even though I know he had his troubles with the free throw line, but solid minutes and pretty good.
Yeah, I thought he was terrific, absolutely terrific. He just made great plays, and a play he made late in the game is a 6-point game. It appeared that he was trapped on the baseline in front of our bench. We were trying to get out and go get into our offense, and he just used his instincts and turned down that opportunity, drove it baseline, made a dump pass to Jeremy Williams going to the rim, which led to 2 free throws. He makes big plays for us.
I thought your second half offense came from your defense to keep the offense.
It did, Fred. We were able to get some stops, get the ball off the defensive board. When we didn't, we came through a couple passes that led to easy baskets, easy layups for us.
Randy gets in such streaks that sometimes do you question his judgment when he's on one of those streaks?
Yeah, occasionally. Occasionally I do. He made a couple there to start the second half, and he gave a little heat check there with one from the W out there on the Western Refinery sign, which I asked him to calm down on that one. But he's a dysfunctional player. And I mean that in a positive way. He's a guy that's talented enough to break out of the offense and go make a play. And I think good teams have to have a guy like that. And then it's just a matter of taking winning shots. You want him to understand that, we try to give him winning freedom, meaning that you take any shot that you would take to help us win a game. In an 80-80 game, what shot would you take? And I think if he was honest with himself, there was probably one that he'd probably like to get back, and that was probably it.
Does he really ball and that, he'll start playing good defense, then someone else will, then someone else will, and before you know it, your defense is turning into offense?
Well, what Randy has made his biggest strides for our team is that the pressure that he's putting on at the 10-second line. We've got 3 guys right now that can do that as good as anybody in the country, and Julyan, Randy, and Christian. And when those guys are down and working that point guard at the 10-second line, it gets everybody up behind them and puts everybody in passing lanes. It makes it difficult for teams to enter their offense and get into play, which leads to picks, transition steals going the other direction. And we're getting better with our basket protection too, which is something that we've been emphasizing from day one. We're just not giving up a lot of easy baskets, either off of inbounds plays or out of the offense. They had a great opportunity to start the second half. They got the ball right down to the block on us, which bothered us in it, but didn't convert it. We got a little lucky there, and Randy threw in a couple bombs. I would prefer for us to start the half with getting it to the block, like we started the beginning of the game. But we got bailed out with a couple bombs that went in.
They were exceptionally hot in the first half and then cooled down. Was that defense, you think, in the second?
Well, we knew they wouldn't make every shot, but it is an efficient offensive team. And and they recruit skilled players who can shoot it. The second half they became very drive oriented, and we were able to fill and protect, and they had a hard time finishing. I thought they got the ball to the rim a lot, but I had a hard time finishing. But I thought we just we played a little better defensively in the second half.
Do you feel you were fortunate that their baskets didn't fall in?
Well, you always are, but I felt like the shots were more challenged than they were in the first half.
Quick turnaround from Monday night, a late game tonight, a big win over a regional rival. Do you fear a letdown? Do you always have to kind of think of
Absolutely. It's a great question, and we've been talking about it since October 14th, this game Monday. I've got a lot of respect for Danny Casper. Sam Houston took Baylor to the wire last year in the first round of the NCAA tournament, had them beat. And it's always been Stephen F. for Sam in that league, right to the end, and it was again last year. Stephen F. very well could have been in that game, and they've got a lot of guys back from that team. Danny does a tremendous job. This was a game with a lot of passion in the stands. I thought our crowd was tremendous, and we've got to come play because Danny's teams have played a lot of games on the road to this point in the season. They get better as the season progresses, and he does a great job. So it could be a real difficult game for us in here on Monday. And we're gonna practice a little bit late tomorrow so we can watch some film on Stephen F. Probably only be in here about an hour tomorrow, but we'll need to come back and play. All right? Thank you.